Good morning, and welcome to this live broadcast of Three Country Ride to Cure Breast Cancer, presented by SpotLink and benefiting the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Today, as part of our daily Morning Mingle series, we have the pleasure of speaking with Jerry Morales, Mayor of Midland, Texas. Mayor, thank you very much for being here.
Good morning, thank you.
And I also want to thank you. We're here at the Mulberry Cafe, one of the mayor's menus. People comped us with breakfast. It was delicious. If you're ever in Midland or you're in Midland now, please come on by. It's a great place. So can you tell us a little bit about Midland?
Yeah, so great. Well, just as you just alluded to, Midland is a town of friendly people, a lot of hospitality, but we're also known as a tall city. And so being out here in the desert, 300 miles from El Paso and 300 miles from Dallas, when you drive into Midland, you see all these tall buildings and nobody expects that. So, of course, in addition to being known as a tall city, we are sitting on the world's most productive oil shale, the Permian Basin shale. And so you're in an oil and gas community, faith-based community, great people. It's been interesting in the last 3 or 4 years, our average age now is about 32. So we've become a millennial community. At one time we were a senior citizen retirement city. So, but again, it's a great city. It's growing, one of the fastest growing cities in the nation, lowest unemployment in the nation. Oil and gas is contributing to that. So we're just very fortunate of what's happening in our community.
Yeah, that's great. It's great to see all the building and success going on here. How did the city get its name?
Yeah, so as I just mentioned, we're in the middle of Dallas, middle of El Paso, and actually Midland, Big Spring should have been Midland, which is only 45 minutes from here, but Midland, kind of because of the rail and our infrastructure for transportation, kind of the connection to the north, south, east, west became the Midland, and so that's how we got our name.
Oh wow,
yes.
It's interesting. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do in your daily job as mayor of Midland?
Yeah, so Midland, we have 7 council members, myself included with the mayor. It's a weak form of mayorship, and so we all have to have full-time jobs, and mine being in the restaurant business. But because oil's been at 100 plus pretty much for the last 6 years, between $50 and $100, we've been very busy. And so with that happening, I've become an urban planner. A lot of growing happening in every direction in Midland. Because of the shale, everybody wants to work here because of the great pay and the benefits. Our housing inventory just 6 years ago probably was in excess of 1,000. Today it's less than 300.
Wow.
So we're building homes like crazy, 850 a year. We're having to build roads, a lot of roads, because last year we had 22,000 more cars to our roadway. Finding water, we're in the desert. So we do have about 60 years or so of water, but I'm looking for the 150 year supply of water for 30, 40 years for Midland. So Midland is it's a land of opportunity. If you really want to live the American dream, you can do it in Midland because of all the great economics that are happening here. So I find myself not only leading the community, but doing a lot of planning and working with our community developers to make it a world-class city.
Wow, yeah, sounds great. As part of that, is there any biking initiatives going on in Midland?
Thank you. So, because this is my hometown, and I love my hometown, and I was very fortunate to be very active all my life in sports. Our parks, I love going to the parks. So when I first became a council member in 2008, my first commission was serving on the park commission. And what I realized is we didn't have playground equipment, good ones, so we started upgrading playground equipment, soft pads, new technology, putting more water into our grass. But one other thing that was lacking was walking trails and hike and bike trails. And because we have the flat lands and open space, we have opportunity for the bikes. So 6 years ago, in our park master plan, we began to identify where these bike trails could go. So as I just mentioned, the roads, when we do our roads now, we make sure to buy enough right of way so that we can put bike paths in. So every road in the last 6 years now includes bike paths.
Thank you.
It's great. And then just last year, we implemented the new ordinance that says you've got to give bikers 3 feet. So we are talking a lot about safety because there's 22,000 new cars in addition to what we already have on the oil and truck traffic. Safety is important. So we are saying pay attention to the bikers, motorcycle riders, the walkers, joggers in their bike paths. So I think, from adding more bike trails, we're also putting the safety factor in.
Well, great. Thank you for that. Of course, the main reason we're doing this is to raise awareness of the need for breast cancer research and to raise money for Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Is there anything that's about our cause that is personal to you?
Yeah, thank you. And as I was visiting with my mom and sister, we've not actually had any cancer-related, breast cancer-related instances in our family, and thank God for that. But of course, we are fully aware of healthcare in our community, and we, from the city council standpoint, every year we support breast cancer awareness by recognizing those, and then having a proclamation read in city council. So we bring it to the attention for a full month in the city of Midland.
Wow, thank you for that.
And we thank you for doing what you're doing. This is great. I mean, this is no small feat that you're doing, and so you're definitely touching a lot of lives.
So we're trying.
Yes.
We are heading off to Big Spring today. Is there anything about our journey that you can give us advice on?
Yeah, please be aware. As I just mentioned, we have more truck traffic than ever on the roadway. So be very cautious of all the oil or truck traffic. As of course, you probably already know, people are busy trying to play with their phones and radios. So be very careful. It's just busy on our roadway. So even though it's a short drive, I just say your prayers and then get on the road safely.
Okay, we will. So, one final question.
Yes.
Is there a weird fact that you know and want to share?
So I was thinking about that, and you're going to probably think I'm crazy, but the horny toad, we're very known for our horny toad, and it's not, the toad is not horny. I'll just tell you that. But, I used to play with them all the time, and you go for them, and they'll split blood at you, and everybody thinks that's like going to be poisonous or something, but it's just protecting itself. But they're actually fun. You put them on their back and just rub their tummy, and they'll fall asleep. But I love the horny toad, so I always talk about the horny toad.
Wow, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here,
Yes.
and thanks for the breakfast.
Thank you for taking your time to come through Midland, Texas, and we're very proud of our community, so we're glad that you recognized us.
Well, thank you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Okay, we're going to head out now. Catch us for our live noon from the road update, as well as our 8 p.m. recap. See you then.